How have I changed as a gamer over the years? Simple answer, I've become much more obsessive. Wind back the clock 30 years to the early days of my marriage, and we used to play games. Usually with a couple of friends, we'd get together for an evening and we'd play such classics as Mystic Wood, one of the few games my wife will still play today. And over the years, occasionally I would allow myself the luxury of being able to buy a new game, usually investigating a little bit as to what was a decent game to pick up. So I've picked up occasional games. Oh, this is a heavy one, this particular box, which is still very much around today. Some of which I'm less proud of having been persuaded to buy. But it was an occasional treat that I would buy a game. It was something I enjoyed doing, playing the game, when I got a chance. So what happened to change a pleasurable occasional hobby into my current addiction to games? Partly it was the fact that I have now more disposable income and can buy more games more often. The limiting factor now is how much space I'm allowed to get away with storing the games, mostly on the top of the shelves here behind me, and actually literally I've reached the ceiling in terms of my storage capacity. But the big factors were, one, the local shop. Here in Horsham I discovered a shop which not only sold games and opened my eyes to the range of board games available, but put me in touch with people who like playing them, both at the shop and in one another's homes on an ad hoc basis. That started my voyage of discovery into the current huge variety of modern board games. The other big factor, though, is the internet. And I think the real obsession began when I found that, having played a game in the shop, I could come home and find out more about it on Board Game Geek, on YouTube. I even came across a channel where you can watch other people playing. Watch It Played, it was called. And I watched a series as it was being recorded of Mansions of Madness, where a chap called Rodney took you through the game and played it out. And it was fascinating. I've stuck with that channel ever since, you'll be glad to know. But this discovery of all the available possibilities, reading rules online, watching explanations of how to play, this has all fed my interest and enthusiasm for games, to the point where I'm always looking for the next new thing. I'm wanting to discover more and more. It's got to the point where in the middle of a game, on a game night or a game day sometimes, I find myself thinking, I hope this doesn't last too long, because I've done this game now. I'm wanting to move on to the next one and find out what's coming up. This is not healthy. My name is Paul. I am an obsessive gamer, but I am now telling myself, you cannot buy every game there is. You cannot learn about every game there is. You cannot watch every podcast and every YouTube video that's ever been recorded about games. There is just too much. Take it easy. Enjoy the games you do play. Enjoy moments of discovery, but don't be obsessive. I think I'm a little less obsessive than I was a week, a month ago. I think the obsession is decreasing, but we'll have to wait and see.